We have many participating projects as part of SODACODE, but also many projects from SODA Foundation. Here to talk about SODA Strato, a multi-cloud project from the SODA Foundation, is Pravin Ranjan, System Architect at Huawei and Maintainer at SODA Foundation. Over to you, Pravin.
Thank you, Anvit. Okay, so let's start talking about the multi-cloud and all. I hope you can see my screen. Okay, so let's talk about the multi-cloud, introduction of the multi-cloud. In the last lightning talk, I think Siva talked a lot of things about the multi-cloud here and there. And in this session, mostly I will be going through the main the project side, how you can use as a user or as a developer, and then little bit details of the key features and all. So let's start with the topic. I am Pravin Ranjan. I am working for the Huawei and also SODA Foundation team. So the agenda for today talk is just talk about the definition of the multi-clouds, what is actually what we are talking about, and then the key feature of this project, and then the high level of data flow and all, because this is the very important with respect to the whenever the multiple things comes into the picture. So your multiple things are multiple cloud vendors, storage vendors, and then the again this will be one of the key feature of provisioning and more, for example uploading, archiving, a lot of things we'll see here in the demo also. And we have a special feature again, storage service plan. It's based on the some user use case. And then in the last I will give some demo part how you can use the multi-cloud. So let's start with the definition. So in the picture, as you can see here, there are multiple clouds, and there is one SODA Foundation multi-cloud below you can see. So the meaning is that SODA Foundation multi-cloud is managing a lot of clouds. So in this picture only you can see the cloud, but actually it manages a lot of on-premise storage, clouds, and so many things. So the definition is that it's a vendor agnostic data management, because it manages multiple clouds, on-premise storage, and a lot of things. So it's independent of any clouds basically. So once you come to the SODA Foundation, you can manage multiple clouds, whether it's AWS, Azure, GCP, IBM, Alibaba, and some other clouds also. So we have a list of cloud vendors support, where you can, whenever if you come to the SODA Foundation, you can see the list that these cloud vendors is supported by the SODA Foundation, and then you can register and start managing your cloud or on-premise storages. So this is the basic definition, that from the SODA Foundation multi-cloud we are managing a lot of clouds. And if you talk about the key features, so there are three major key features I have noted down here. That one of these management, because multiple clouds and storages we manage from a single point. So simply that you have to deploy or install the multi-cloud, and then you can manage multiple clouds at a time. And once the installation and deployment is there in your environment, of course you can do some provisioning of the buckets, then uploading the data, archiving, moving the data here and there, you can achieve through the SODA Foundation multi-cloud project especially. And another feature is the data flow. So you can migrate, and this is I think one of the major feature of the multi-cloud, because whenever, suppose if you have to manage multiple clouds or multiple things at a time anywhere, then of course migration will come into the picture. Sometimes maybe you want one object to be stored in one cloud, but after some times you want to migrate to some other clouds. So this feature will required. So migration is simply migrating the object from one cloud to the different cloud, one bucket to the different bucket, basically one location to the different location. Location can be inside the same cloud in terms of the bucket, or it can be outside of the cloud, maybe it in another cloud. Second is the life cycle management. So the migration, whenever I am talking about migration, meaning is that instantly it will migrate. So let's say you have there some object one in bucket one, you want to migrate to bucket two. Simply you can click on the migrate, select source and destination, and then it will migrate the object. Now the life cycle comes into the picture whenever suppose you want to migrate after some time. So you just created one rule, you set some rules like that, okay, after 30 days you migrate, not now, or maybe after 40 days you migrate. So this type of rule you can select, you can create a rule, and based on the scheduler will be keep checking your rules, and based on the time whatever we have set, it will migrate from source to the destination, again from the source cloud bucket to the destination cloud bucket. And one of the the latest feature we have implemented is storage service plan. So that I will talk a little bit in detail little later. But the thing is here is just like we'll provide a service plan based on your requirement. You can choose one of the services. For example, if you want very good service, maybe you can select gold service plan. If you want moderate type of workload to be run, or a moderate type of storage to be used, you can use the maybe the time silver or bronze type of services. So that we'll talk later. So overall, this is the main key features. Apart from that, some other features are there, but we'll not discuss now. So mostly we'll target to give the demo also for these features only. So as you can see here in this diagram, you can see that left side and right side, there is nothing left side and right side. The main thing is that SODA can manage multiple clouds and on-premise storage. And from the SODA itself, you can manage a lot of things, just like the migration, the data flow, all those things you can do. So these diagrams depicts like that. Let's say you have some data in AWS, you want to migrate to on-premise, simply you can do that. Because both not only both, all the storages are registered with the SODA. So simply SODA can help to move the data from one place to different place. And in this picture you can see there are a lot of things are there in this slide. So let's say start one by one. So one thing is that here you can see that in the below there is a API. This is the API link. If you come to the if you simply copy and paste to your browser, it will open basically all the APIs used in the multi-cloud. So I've just taken a screenshot from there that as a user or as a developer, you can use this API. So what this API is, basically this API will help you to utilize or experience the multi-cloud features. Just like you might be able to see some backends and all those things. So what all those things I will talk now. So let's say you want to use a multi-cloud feature, and in that definitely your, let's say your use case is that managing AWS and GCP and some on-premise storage. So what you have to do first is that you have to come and register to the SODA platform. Here in this diagram, I'm only showing you the dashboard, but of course you can manage using the CLI, using the Postman, curl, any lot of, because APIs are there, so you can use those API in any form. So first what you have to do is you have to register your storage with the SODA platform, I mean multi-cloud platform. Once the registration is done, you can see that those are, let's say AWS is registered. Now it will be visible to the SODA dashboard. Suppose if you are using the dashboard. Even if you are using the API, you can after registration you can use the get command to get the registered backends. So that is available in the APIs. So let's say you have registered these many of backends. So that is now visible to the SODA dashboard. Meaning is that you can manage all these right side backends. Now the next step is, of course, you will be going and creating some bucket, because whenever we are talking about cloud, mostly we talk about the object. Even though we support little bit the file and block, but mostly we do support for the object. So once you come to the object part, sometimes we say that bucket, somewhere we say that container and all, but in multi-cloud, SODA multi-cloud, whether it's a bucket or container, we always say that it's a bucket. So of course you will be creating some buckets. Once the bucket is creating, means your folder is ready, you can keep the object there. So as an admin or as a user, you can create a buckets to the cloud, or maybe to the on-premise storage, and now you can do a lot of things, just like the uploading. You can upload your data to the that particular cloud. So the main thing is that you need not to visit that cloud profile again and again. Simply you have to just log into your SODA dashboard, and from there you can upload, download, archive, migrate. A lot of things you can do through this dashboard or the APIs itself. So you need not to go to the all the cloud vendors console, and you have to manage here and there. No, no, not required at all. Simply just log in here and do perform all the operations. So that's the beauty of the multi-cloud project. And in these diagrams, I have just shown one part of that multi-cloud, how you can do things. So this is the high level of provisioning, uploading, and archiving part. Now, the next is the storage service plan. Now, the main thing is that before going to this slide, I would give a little bit of hint why we need service plan. So here, the service plan basically talks about the relationship between the tenant, admin, users, and other things. So let's say, for simple example, that admin manages a lot of storage vendors, but they don't want to expose to their users. Basically, they don't want to expose to users that AWS, GCP, and Azure and storage 1, storage 2 is registered with SODA Foundation. It's not required. They think that it's not required to know by the users. So what they will do is they will create some service plan, and in that service plan they will say that, okay, let's say storage 1 and storage 2, because it's a high efficient storage, low latency, a lot of things. So they will create one gold service plan. Just example gold, maybe they can give some different name also. So for simplicity, let's say in the gold they will put some of the storage which is very high performing storage. In silver, maybe a little bit low, and bronze little low. So they will expose to this service plan only, and then they will ask the user to you create a bucket, not directly to AWS. You create a bucket to this service plan only. So basically they abstracted with the users. So that's the main thing, that if you see this diagram, user can simply see the AWS, but here user can only see the storage service plan. So it's just abstraction of storages we have abstracted through the some one layer, virtual layer known as the storage service plan. Administrator can create and user can use that. So that's the beauty of storage service plan, where admin can abstract the basically the all the storages what is registered with the SODA Foundation. So that's it about the key feature of the SODA Foundation multi-cloud. Now I will go to the demo part because we have short time, so I'll move to the demo part now. Okay, so in this demo, you can see that I have just this is a recorded video. So in that you can see once I log into the SODA Foundation dashboard, it will ask me to enter some username and password. So I have given the username and password. After that, there is a plus symbol. You can see that by clicking on the plus symbol, you can register some backend. For example, here I am just registering some Alibaba storage, because this also storage we do support. So that registration is done. You can select some type that you want, object, Alibaba object. Once it is done, then it will ask some initial credentials that this region endpoint AKSK you have to give, because once it is registered, then it will all the credentials will stay with the SODA Foundation, and that will be later used during the provisioning part and uploading and other things. Once that registration is done, then you can come and you can create a bucket, and you can give any name. So for example, here I've given a demo Alibaba bucket, and type you can select here, and backend we have to select. Once that is done, then the successfully bucket is created in the SODA Foundation. So this bucket is now created, and the same will be created in the Alibaba cloud also. So as you can see here, so at both places created. So just for demo I have shown that one, but actually you need not to go to Alibaba. Okay, now Again, you can upload some object to the bucket. Just as you can see that the bucket is some objects are uploaded, and again you can download some objects to the bucket. So in this demo, that object is now downloaded. Now the next steps, what you can do, you can perform some other operations just like the data flow part. So for data flow, at least two buckets should be there, and so that you can transfer the data from one bucket to the different bucket. So for example, here another buckets we are creating in the another backend, so that we can show the some migration from source is Alibaba and destination is AWS. So two bucket at least required for migration. Now that in bucket list you can see that AWS bucket is also there. We'll upload some file to AWS also. So simply that upload we are making that, and now it is for archive purpose. You can simply upload it, and of course you can use archive and restore features also. And once it is done, then now we are set to go for the migration part. In this now we are just showing that that object is uploaded in the AWS also. So as you can see that this bucket is created, and inside that some object will be uploaded. Now once buckets are created, some objects are there for demo purpose. Now I can create some migration plan that I want to migrate from source Alibaba to the destination AWS, and I want immediate now. I don't want at some specific time. I just want immediate. I'll click OK, and now you can see that the plan is success now. Here right side you can, in center you can see that success, meaning is that the object of the Alibaba now is migrated to the AWS, as you can see in the demo. Similarly, for now I'm not showing the SSP feature, but you can use the SSP by means simply just by during the installation you can enable SSP flag as a enable equal to true. Then you can use the SSP feature later once the installation is done. So that is from my side.
Thank you, Praveen. We are really short of time. I'm sorry about that.
Right. So that's why
Yeah, but I think these demos will be available on our YouTube channel as well, so you can check it out from there and take a look at the demo. Also, if you're interested in the multi-cloud feature, please do head on over to the Slack, join us, and we will discuss with you about SODA Strato. Once again, thank you so much, Praveen, for sharing about SODA Strato, the multi-cloud project.
Okay, thank you.
We will now connect in the next session. Thanks again.